My parents used to go to the nudist recreations areas because Germans are very into that, as you all know. And I moved here actually 25 years ago. I started my career in Germany in the hotel industry, worked for a 5-star hotel, and transferred actually to Turnberry, which a lot of you know, which is right in Aventura. Worked my life through this industry. I was in 2000 tourism director for Europe and Asia for the Greater Miami Convention Visitors Bureau, and learned a lot about international travelers. In 2000, actually, we had 10 million visitors worldwide to Miami, and now the number's to 16 million. So the numbers are growing, and so currently, or let me say, I know some of you staying at the Daddy-O Hotel. I actually opened that hotel. I was the opening general manager. Some of you may have stayed at Soleil on the Ocean in Sunny Isles. I repositioned this property when nobody knew the property, and I was 2.5 years general manager and director of sales and marketing. And I also most recently opened a variety of Hilton brand hotels to get a little bit of the brand aspect in the hotel industry. But my background is mostly sales and marketing as well management. So currently I'm a consultant. I actually, someone asked me, but I didn't really give him the information. I am working with a developer, and we actually looking to build a clothing optional hotel in South Florida. I can't give you any location at this moment. It's very early stage, but I've been working for this gentleman for a while, and do the background of my hotel experience. We want to make sure the hotel is built the right way, not the wrong way. I've also worked with the gentleman for some time, doing some research about market and where business is coming from. So obviously, all you know, the market is very strong in Europe, especially I still speak German. So down the road, once this hotel, and like I said, it will take a while, but once this hotel is open, I'll be the opening general manager and will run this hotel. Well, there is in the United States about 150 establishments, from obviously some hotels and resorts, campgrounds, as you all know. In Europe, it's very big. I mean, you can go to Spain or Greece or any of all the Mediterranean areas. They're all resorts and hotels. So this property is planned to be a more resort type, where there's a lot of outside facilities as well as a spa, and so it's going to be a resort component where it's not just a hotel with a pool, and it will be fully clothing optional. So you obviously have to go through certain, the concept is obviously different, but I know Shirley, and I know Shirley for some time as well. So I first talked to her when I was at Daddy-O, and some people you know the Pepper Mill, which used to be run by Werner. I actually worked with him as well, so used to work with Shirley at that point as well. So. But from hotels back there are hotels. There's actually a lot of hotels in the world, and there's a lot of people in this industry. And like he said, you have to talk to each other to make sure that things don't get the wrong way. But once there's more information about this property, Shirley will invite me again, and I'll give you more updates. Okay, so the Greater Miami Convention Visitors Bureau, which as well they have in Palm Beach. Every city has their convention bureau. Even Sunny Isles has their own, which is the Sunny Isles Beach Resort and Beach Association. So what happened is Sunny Isles actually, and I know the lady Ibis, she was going to come. I know actually too for 20 years because she also used to work at the Miami CVB. They're actually promoting this destination. They're promoting all over. When I was traveling 20 years to England and Paris and London and Japan, I was promoting it. I was even mentioning it. So what happened is everybody mentioned it. So they all know it's wouldn't say a tourist destination, but it's not an I mean, it's not an attraction, but it's a place to go, and everybody advertises. I just read actually an article when I was sitting here earlier, because I was here early. Forbes magazine talked about what are the best nude beaches in this country, and this was in June article this year, and Hollover comes on the top. It's the first one to talk about. So everybody knows Hollover. So how do I step into it and promote it with the destination? They're already promoting it. So you just have to knock on the doors and say like, listen, I know you're promoting it. We want to work with you, because they have a lot of travel agents, tour companies. They have all kinds of people coming in this town. So and they stop in places. They just look at other hotels. They do all that. So if you have you can go to them, and maybe they can target some press trips who wants to write about the destination. They should stop by at Hollover, and then people have the choice if they want to take maybe their clothes off or not. But they're all promoting it. And the same thing, Palm Beach. Everybody's promoting because they know there's money. Now with the hotel itself, yes, I mean, I know Daddy-O worked with it. I know Soleil had some guests there when I worked there. They can't change the hotel as an aspect. At the end of the day, the hotels are nudist friendly, but you know, some hotels in South Beach allow topless, but you cannot take your clothes off at the pool at the hotel, because you have too many other people complaining about it. Because some people
not to encourage necessarily hotels to offer clothing optionality, but some hotels, as you said, are aware, even though they themselves cannot offer it, they cater to, or there's an awareness of their property among the nudist travelers.
Well, every hotel should be catered to everybody, because if you don't, I think if you don't cater them, you're discriminating that kind of type of people. You know, it's like
user groups. What is the best way to make a cold call? Let's say to a nearby hotel to say, we'd like to talk to you about explaining about this particular segment that's starting to come. Just to let you
well, if you, for example, let's say, you know, you're in Palm Beach and you know of some hotels nearby, and you want to talk to the hotels, like I'm here with this and this beach. Oh yeah, of course they know about it. Everybody knows about it.
We'll talk about new beaches that aren't established yet. Where going.
Okay. So you go to the hotels, and it's like, we have business for you. We wouldn't work with you. Now, if you want to collect some money, you know, you could, because I know he's looking for some money. You can say like, here, business is coming, and you know, maybe you can even pay us a commission, bringing some money back to the beach. So I mean, there could be a way, but you know, you have a website, and then it's like, you know, if you want, we'll put you on the side with a link to your website, and it's like we charge for a fee, but you can say like, look, we want to work with you, we'll give it to you for free for a year, but we need some revenues back to make the beach better. So are you a sponsor? But you can do also sponsorship. You can like, I'm sorry, I keep pointing out to you, but it's like you're looking for money. So do an event. Do once a year event or a twice a year event and get sponsors. Get all these hotels to be a sponsor. So they put it on the website, you do send out the invitation. It could be all electronic nowadays, so you don't have to print anything. And you put all the sponsors, like when you go to any event, you see all the sponsors listed, gold, platinum, whatever, and there's your money. So if you're afraid that people won't pay the $2, maybe it's just 50 cents, you will get the money from sponsorship. And people will give money because they want that business, because they know it's a billion. It's the same thing like the gay industry. You know, 20 years ago there was no, or 30 years ago there was no gay industry. Now everybody, if you go online, everything is gay friendly. So maybe soon, maybe Expedia will say, you know, nature is friendly.
Yes, I like that.
Now, it sounds like a lot of these approaches may not work with the name brand hotels. So is there any point approaching like a Hilton or Marriott, or are they're going to be, you're not going to be able to get anywhere with them? Do you have to go local?
No, you can go, I think you can go with anything, because especially, I work for Hilton. So if you go to Hilton and it's like, oh, we would never do it, that's a red flag. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, going back to because I worked in South Beach. Look at the gay industry again. Hilton is a major sponsor for them. So, so if you go to the Hilton, and they're like, oh no, we don't want to do anything. But it's like, excuse me, we're not a swingers joint. We are. So you have to explain who you are, and it's like, but they can't really turn you down because it's discrimination. And in this country, discrimination is over here, and you all know it. So I don't see why chains. Why would they turn you down?
They might, I don't know, I was just thinking that might be something that they have to get permission from higher ups or something, but
I think
corporates.
it would be the fear of offending their conservative, more prudish clientele.
Well, actually, those people really wouldn't know about it if we're promoting it with inside the newsmakers community.
Well, what happened? Here's what happened. Instead of taking the step to go actually to a brand, you go to an individual hotel, and let's say it's a Hilton or it's a Marriott or anything. They're gonna go and say, you want the business or not? If you don't want the business, I go to the Marriott across the street. Oh no, we want the business. Because they know it's a little town wherever you are, and you have 10 hotels next door to each other, and everybody's gonna grab everybody. Because if you're in sales, and if you don't grab everything you can what's out there, then you already lose. So you have a hotel, and it's like, okay, we'll do it. So the hotel, like you said, a big brand, Hilton has 5,000 hotels. So obviously you want to go to a Hilton corporate. Yeah, that'll take about 10 years because it's a corporation. But if you go to an Expedia and they're going to add a button on there, nature is friendly, or however you want to call it, that's not so difficult because like, look, there's a market for it. You want this market or not? Because that's $1 billion company. The reality is like, if let's say you're in Palm Beach and you're looking at 10 hotels, let's just say nearby, right? You go to the first one, second one's the one. The first one's like, I'm not interested. It's like, okay. So you got to go to all the other ones. You get 5 of them. You go back to the other guy. Another week, it's like, oh, I was just popping by. He's like, too bad you don't do business with me because I'm pumping in the other 5 hotels. So such as me, and you should see by your statistics, because everybody runs revenue management statistics. They get all how full they are. And it's like, are you full? No, we're not full. It's like, well, they are because we did. So suddenly they're going to come back to you. Forget about the general manager, doesn't have time for that. You just go to the director of sales. He's like, you want the business? Okay, you know what? You want a link? Okay, we'll put on the link, you know. Maybe you can pay me 5% commission on all the business that comes through the link. But that it's an IT thing. You have to make sure you can track that. I have given, let me go back. When I was at Soleil on the Ocean, I hired a sales manager who was a revenue person. And I told her, you have to go after every business. Everything that's out there. Corporate, entertainment, whatever it takes, everything. Don't cut yourself short. Like at Hilton, I got trained where they're saying, oh, if a corporate client gives you only 5 room nights a year, forget about the client. And I actually challenged Hilton. It's like, wait a second, if one corporate client gives me only 5 rooms because they're so small, they may open up 10 more doors for me. Someone else moves in next door, big corporation, oh, they need some rooms. Oh, you can go to the Hilton. Oh, my daughter's getting married. So what happened is, it's a chain of reaction when you, no, I lost my line. It's my chain of reaction of getting business. So, and it's the same thing with this industry, you know. I'm sorry, let me go back. So this girl, I told her to go after every business what's out there. And she left after 1 year, and she did put Pitbull on Soleil on the Ocean with a music video, and we put the hotel name in there and got all the media and everything. We didn't pay for anything. They paid for the rooms. I got InStyle magazine out there. Chanel came out there. I got all this corporate business from Bal Harbour, and you know how many hotels are there. But you know, it's a relationship, and we went after everything. She left that hotel. She went to an airport hotel because she wanted a director of sales. She was my sales manager. She went after everything. And yes, it was just a red roof hotel. But she was, after the first year, the #1 producer in the entire company. In the first year, she was the #1 producer. After they raised her budget, it was the #1 producer in the second year for the entire company, worldwide. And you know what? She said, the reason why I'm doing so much, I go after everything. So what I'm trying to make with this statement, if you have a hotel and they don't go after everything, they lose out. So they will definitely work with you. Yes?
Now, if this hotel, the Hilton, that's, in Singer Island, and we go to them and say, we have business for you, Is that hotel going to assume that we've got naked people walking through the lobby?
No, you have to just explain to them. You just have this like, yes, it's education, but they don't have to go for 4 hours education. You just have to, like, here we with this nude recreation, or nudist, or how you want to call it, and we have customers coming from all over the places. Here's some statistic from, maybe you get some all over statistics, like now we want to get here, and it's a multi-billion industry. We would love to work with you. Can you offer us a special rate? I would even ask for a special rate. Don't forget about the rack rate. I want a corporate rate. I want a local corporate rate. Might be not commissionable, but you get a special rate, so at least people pay a little less than paying the rack rate down the street. So, sorry. And you just explain them. And then when there's like, oh, they're gonna walk around nude, it's like, no, absolutely not. They're gonna go to the beach, but I need rooms. They're just everybody else out there. But you should approach differently. Shouldn't say, do you want business? I have business for you. You need to change the tone.
Right.
Because they want to then, I want to grab it. Yeah. Let you be the client. You need to be in the position of, they want you, not the other way around.
So where is the naturism link on TripAdvisor? In other words, where is the naturist aspect? The beach is naturist, the hotel isn't.
It would be a little flag that says this is a nature's friendly business.
Yeah, they
It's
just,
like a hotel that accepts dogs. You know, this is a dog-friendly.
Well, you have, I saw the Cove in Orlando. That's actually listed at TripAdvisor. So it's already there. It's listed under specialty lodging. So everything which is not the norm is under specialty lodging. But as long as you push in the right direction, eventually they're going to maybe add that button, and they're going to add Expedia and Priceline and all the other online on Booking.com. And once that happens, then everybody also follow.